Hey there, and welcome to another Dave Does video. And today I am doing a Patreon request. That's where one of the lovely patrons gets to pick up to 3 videos per month for me to pick out and react to. Today's patron has asked me to check out a band called A Pale Horse Named Death, and the song is DMSLT. Now, I would have said I hadn't heard them before, but I've actually just reacted to another Pale Horse Named Death song, which I thoroughly enjoyed, so I'm actually really looking forward to this one to see if it's more of the same or the slight variations, because I'm one of these people that doesn't like the whole album just to sound the same riffs. I like bands that evolve, change. It's always a heavy debate on the ADK channel, so just a little hit in there. Go check out the ADK channel for me, Andy and Kirk, for our heated debates about stuff, because we hardly ever agree on music, but it's always a lot of fun to do. But yeah, let's go check out DMSLT. Let me just get this up. There we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so we've got a video this time, so I'm not going to go over to the lyrics until at the end. So you'll have to bear with me at the end while I break the lyrics down. I'm just going to watch the video. Why do I feel like I'm just getting this weird typo negative vibe at the moment? Yeah, it's got a really cool typo vibe to it. Just love the fact it's just keeping it simple, down percussion chunks like dun, 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 dun. I like that. Doesn't have to be overly technical. Pretty dark song.
World
Okay, there we go. Pale Horse DMSLT. So the first thing I'm going to say is I really like the track. And the reason I'm saying it out the gate, rather than kind of building up to my kind of thoughts on it, is just in case any of the other comments make it sound like I'm not, but it's more of an explanation about what's going on sort of thing. Okay, just want to throw that out there. It's a really solid track for me. I really like it. Now, if this had been on the ADK channel, same as if I'd done it on the last song that we just did with a Pale Horse named Death, I know that some of the comments that would have been from Kirk, for instance, would have been that it's very simplistic song structure, very simplistic guitar riffs. And my argument to that is that's fine. It's if it works for the song, songs don't have to have overly technical structures of riffs and stuff like that. I find when we listen to a lot of things like some of the deathcore stuff, that all those riffs going on, they're just too much. I don't enjoy the song. Music should serve the song. If it doesn't need to have loads of technical parts in it, doesn't need it. If it's keeping it simple and having a great vocal line, and this is where we would say like this was very much led by the vocal melody, and that's great because that's all it needed. I don't think there's one way that you should have to do it, or it's bad that a song should be stripped down to kind of simplistic chord structures. It makes complete sense if it works, and it did in this case. I don't think it takes it away. It doesn't make it sound like the band is a simplistic band. I think they just wrote a very well written song. Now this one, I liked, even like the guitar lead was very nice. This did give me a very cool kind of typo negative vibe to this, and a little bit of Birthday Massacre, especially over the kind of chorus, the chorus sound. That very much felt like a Birthday Massacre kind of track. So I can understand why my Patreon, as a Birthday Massacre fan, has recommended this band for me to check out. As far as the lyrics, every breath I take in vain, work my arse off and nothing to gain. In this fractured life, I'm submerged in pain. I try day in, day out again just to find the means to an end. As my mind crumbles and descends again. And it doesn't make sense living today. It doesn't matter even if you pray. I just want to lay here and let myself die. So this is the trials and tribulations of living in the world today. Now, I don't think this is anything new. I think this has been the same for forever. There's always been, depending on where you sit within society, there is always aspirational goals of where you want to get to, and if you can't get there, the stress of the anxiety, because you're always aiming for those goals. And I'll give you an example in that something that's happened in my own life of exactly what this is. So we're in the process, or I'm in the process with the wife. So we're in the process of looking for a house. Now, luckily for us, we've got some money coming towards us that's going to help from an inheritance, from a family loss. So we've got some money there. But it means that potentially, with what we've got in savings and stuff like that, that we would have £300,000 to buy a house. I said this to one of my customers on one of my jobs and said, we're looking to buy a house. And he had a house near him and I was asking about it. And he said, it went for about just over $500,000. And I said, we've got 300,000. He went, well, that puts you in a really good place because then you can get a decent mortgage and you get a nicer house. And I just went, no, I want a house for 300,000. I don't want a mortgage. I don't want extra debt. I said, we don't need more than a couple of bedroom house. We don't have kids. It's just me, the wife. Why do I need anything more than that? So for me, the idea was, we have what we have. We don't need to aspire to have these massive houses. We want a house that has a garden, has a driveway for my van for work. I want a big enough garden that I can put in a little log cabin building so I can build a new studio. I don't need anything more than that. But this person's idea was that I had this money and then I could get a bigger house, which means I'd then be paying a mortgage debt back. You're always having to work harder. I want to work smarter. So if I've only got that amount of money, then let's work with the money I've got. I don't like this constant kind of stress of aspiring to have more. And I think if you go back a couple hundred years, people still aspired to have more, but it was only, they always looked towards the upper classes. So there's always been that divide. And I think this is where this song kind of talks a little bit about this one, malfunction in the society, and I totally lost my sobriety. As I take this pill, I wave goodbye. So yeah, so going to drinks, going to drugs again. I've been sober now for over pretty much 3 years. No, almost 3 years. I don't know. It's just so long ago since I gave up drinking that I can't even remember. But all of those elements, and even now I'm cutting out sugar. I'm just down to 1 or 2 coffees a day with no sugar in it at all. So even those sort of things, cutting those things out of your diet, allows me to be more clear-headed, more focused. But I just realised that I don't need to have all these other things in my life. All these wondering about the latest car and getting yourself in debt, and then now worrying about how you're going to pay for it, and you're never actually able to afford things. I just want to have a house and be able to go on a holiday and have a nice break and enjoy my life, rather than be in debt and aspiring to have stuff all the time. And I think this is where some of this would be coming from, because that's where the taking this work my arse off for nothing to gain is basically you're just paying your bills. And that's what I would have been in if we got a big mortgage and got a lovely massive house. I'd then be just paying off bills for the rest of my life. Don't want it. Don't want to be in that position. So yeah, I think that's the problem with society, is we are a consumer society. We're always striving to get the next thing, and that's what they want. That's what the retailers, the manufacturers want. They want you buying more stuff, so of course they're going to go down that route. So anyway, very interesting track there. I don't know why I went off on a bit of a tangent, but there you go. Now, if you like this video, please do like, share and subscribe. I'll see you in another video sometime very soon. Take care.